think that's all, thanks to my desire to dress up and do my makeup. It's miracle. Hi, my name is Chris, and on this channel I talk about a mess, and not only, but today is going to be a mess. Well, I'd like to share some thoughts which I have had since I came back home. Well, I have had a mess for 17 years, and now it's longer than 17 years, and I have very aggressive progress in the mess. I've been on more, no, not on more, I think I've been on 5 DMTs, and none of them managed to stop my progression. However, it's a miracle, but I still can walk. Not very well, but I still can. I have lots of symptoms which people do not realize, but which do not let me to have a normal life, and which make my independent life almost impossible. So as much as I enjoy being back home, but I understand that I don't enjoy it as much as even like 6 months ago, because I feel worse than 6 months ago. But even with all this in mind, I have always been a very sociable person, and when I was diagnosed, like let's say 17 years ago, I attended dance classes. I used to go to clubs. I went to nightclubs, and I and my friend, we used to dance, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being surrounded with people, being sociable, and this is something I have always enjoyed. Other activities with my friends, but my inner extrovert has always known what this inner extrovert likes. Yes. And when I just was diagnosed, I think I got into like sort of depression, because I lost some of my abilities straight away. So straight from the onset, I never got back to running or jumping. I just lost these functions completely. I couldn't dance anymore, and even before I knew that it was a mess, and it never got back to me. So that's why I hate when there are comparisons to other patients with a mess. Well, I'm happy for them that they can still run after 20 years with a mess. Maybe their mess is not as aggressive, but so 17 years ago I got into this depression. I think I was really depressed for a couple of years, and the problem is everybody tells you, oh, it's going to be all right, it's going to be all right, but it's not. Sometimes it's not going to be all right. Sometimes things are only going to get worse, and in order to live life now, we have to accept this fact. We do have to accept it. It's only going to get worse. At least in my case, I'm progressing, and it's like, this is life, this is my diagnosis, this is how it is, but it's going to be all right. This thinking just like what maybe didn't let me do things earlier. But however, I managed to get out of that depression, because I had to work, I had to live life, and little by little, step by step, I started to rebuild my social life. And I think I like beautiful places, I like nice places, I truly enjoy looking beautiful, doing my hair, doing my makeup. It's like I can be a great professional. I have great education, but at the same time, I can be shallow like that and enjoy these things in life. And this desire to go out to beautiful places and to socialize, I think it has always been my main motivator to work a lot, to have money to do these things. And it has always been my main motivator to walk. Because, yeah, sure, you can do many things in a wheelchair, but I mean, when I start using wheelchair, it's not only going to be about my legs, because when I can't do something, I can't hold my back, my hands, my arms, it's just not going to be the same. It will be still life, but it will be different life. So I want to enjoy this life now as much as I can. So even when I feel down, like, I have this desire to cry a little bit, and I have 101 reasons to cry, I'm like, okay, no, I have to make plans for Friday night, so I have to do my hair, makeup, and this, and then I go out, and I have such a great time almost every time I go, because I go with people I love, and then I feel very nice about everything the next day. I don't even feel that tired. Of course, like sitting in a restaurant and drinking something doesn't make you tired, but I think that's something that has always helped me not to, you know, I don't know how to put it. When you feel very bad, and inside I do feel very, very bad. It's like being very happy and very unhappy at the same time, you know? I feel extremely unhappy at the same time, like always. There is always there, like my bad feelings. But I know that I'm going to go out. I need to look nice. I need to dress up, always have showers, go to the dentist to have nice teeth, you know, and it's such a strange thing to admit. And maybe being a little bit superficial sometimes, that's what helped me, because when I do feel so bad, it's so tempting to stop taking care of yourself, you know. And it happens to people, and I full admit sometimes when you have a clinical depression or something like that, you nothing in this world can force you to do anything, and it's also true. But I am this kind of person that my motivation to do things, and these are little things I can do, because I can't go to the gym, I can't run a marathon, I can't go for a long walk in the park, I can't do all these things. These are these little pleasures which I can do, and I know that in the near future there may be only home for me, and it's a very sad realization, because my MS is progressing and I can feel that. And I hate it when people say, oh, don't worry, it's going to be all right. Sometimes like understanding that it's not going to be all right is also a good motivation. And you know, yeah, once my friend told me, Chris, like I was going to do something really crazy. She said, if you don't do it, and when there is a day when you will be just lying down and you'll only be able to move your head, you will regret not doing that. And that's what I remind myself every time I feel like I don't have enough energy to do something. I tell myself it's not going to be alright. It's only going to get worse. And when I'll be lying down and will only be able to move my head, I will regret not doing it. And I know that while I can go out and I can move more than my head, I have to go out and do that. So yes, so sometimes your superficial desires can be your main motivators. I mean, that's how it is for me. I think that's why a lot of people don't even realize how bad I really feel, because they think it's only my, these are only my legs, which is like my whole body. I'm like, I think I have managed to gather all possible symptoms of a mess. Lucky me. Yeah, but don't be afraid to be superficial. You will have lots of opportunities to be serious, yeah, and sometimes remind yourself that things may not be better, things may not be worse, and it's just as good as it is now. Tomorrow may not be as good. So if you can do, sometimes I don't feel like doing something, but I force myself to do that. And yeah, and then people say, oh, you're just like the sun, you're shining, you're bright, you're shining like a diamond. Yeah, that's what you call fake. No, I'm just happy and unhappy at the same time. Yeah, that's why sometimes I think I give very wrong impression. I think another problem I have is that a lot of men think that I'm flirting with them when I'm not, and they start avoiding me. But dude, I'm just friendly and sociable. You're just not used to that. That's another problem I have. I think I should make a video about that. Yeah, so yeah, that's how my desire to do my hair, makeup, dress up still keeps me going. I don't know how much longer it's going to last, but while it lasts, I will try. See you in my next video. Bye!